How's it going, everyone? Tweak with Tweaks World here. A little bit different of a video today. As you can see, I'm not on the bike. I know I ride pretty much every day, but I wanted to do a review video, and it made sense just to do this inside. So this review is about 4 different types of mounts that you can use on your bike. All 4 of which I have tried personally on my Tenere, both on and off-road. I'm just going to jump right into it. Okay, these all, except for one, are pretty much within about $10 of each other, unless you utilize the pieces from previous models over and over. Right off the bat, the finger grip from Ram Mount is one that I started off with pretty much right away when I got my Tenere. It uses 4 of these finger prongs here that can be adjusted on these sliders in and out for width. It comes with 3 different sizes. These are the tallest of the, this one is the tallest of the 3, and this is actually one of the shorter ones. I've broken some of the longer ones over time, and that's actually one of the cons of this. I have an iPhone 6 Plus. It's a little bit larger of a phone, and I prefer to use a case. I believe it's called the ballistics case, that if the phone were to fall, it would still be protected. So like a life-proof case or an OtterBox, anything like that is going to be a thicker case, which is great. The only problem is it puts added pressure on these fingers here, and they commonly like to break about right there, taking the phone in and out. Also, the first set of fingers, I should mention, I had it through the winter, so it went through hot and cold weather climate changes. I'm thinking that possibly had a factor with them breaking. They also give you these rubber sleeves here. Now what I've done is this is actually one piece and another piece here. I cut the rubber sleeves, and originally how I had it set up, let me just move this real quick, was something about like that, where there was a space in between them, and that's where I would try to get the phone to sit. That way it wouldn't move up and down or rattle. It didn't really work out that well. Once they broke, these would come off and I'd lose them. I will say, for a smaller phone, this is great. It's very simple just to slide your phone in from the top or kind of snap it in from the side. They give you this bottom piece here, which is adjustable as well. And as you can tell, there are multiple holes on this plate, and it can be configured in multiple positions for like a GPS or a smaller phone or possibly an iPod. For about $56, you will get a bar mount. It'll work on anything from 7/8 to, I believe, 1.5 bars. I can't quite remember if it'll do the 2-inch. I don't think it'll do the 2-inch bar. It utilizes a U-clamp design. Now, I don't have the other part here. It's on my bike, and yeah, I was kind of being lazy. I didn't want to take it off. But essentially, it is a U-clamp with a stem on it, and on top of the stem is one of their ball mounts. To clamp it, and this is all included, by the way, this particular model is going to come with this one right here. This one is about 2 inches long, and it's got a clamp on either side, and you tighten it down here. All you'll do is you'll clamp one end to your ball, clamp the other end to the actual finger grip itself, tighten it down. Once you get it into position where you want it, just turn that clamp down tight, and it'll hold position on-road, off-road. I've never really had mine move. Now, I have had it move over long periods of time, very short amounts, but nothing substantial where the phone could fall out. So pros, $56, you get so many parts, extra pieces. If you use any of the Ram product, it's great because all of these parts integrate with each other. All the bolts and nuts are utilized on other Ram accessories. So you kind of get a spare parts bin almost going just by purchasing it. Versatility, you can mount it again anywhere on handlebars. The Tenere uses a tapered design. It goes from, I believe, inch down to 7/8. So I've used it in the tapered section. I've used it on the 1-inch area. I've used it on the 7/8 area. No problems with the mount moving at all. Cons, larger phones like an iPhone 6 Plus It doesn't rest very well inside here. For off-road riding, it has came out numerous times, and I'm not gonna lie, I was riding on the street and two up, being very reserved, cautious, and my phone started to move its way out, and it was at night and I couldn't see it, and it came out and it got ran over, and that phone's gone. So this has failed me. I don't use it on the bike anymore. After this one, I went to the next one, another RAM product. Now this is actually an older model. It's been around for a while. It didn't get much recognition, it seems like, when it was around. I have noticed that it is kind of hard to find. The pros of it, the phone is not going to come out. It's very similar design. Fingers, again, here, adjustable in and out. No adjustment here or here, but they don't actually toe in. You can see they're just straight forward, straight across. But the clamp up here, if you'll notice, let me just show you real quick. It moves, and it's on a spring. So all you have to do is, I don't have a phone, we're going to use this little remote. You would slide your phone in, and then you would just lift up the clamp and lay your phone flat, and the clamp's going to come down and hold your phone into place. Now, that's a great easy in, easy out. Again, problem with the iPhone 6 Plus. It will not fit in here if you have a thicker case. It will fit in here bare, or if you get like a skin tight case. I had one that was very, very, very thin plastic and just kind of snapped over. It was more sort of like a light cover, not really a case. Made the phone look like it was red. With that, I had to put it in the bottom portion first, lift this as high as I could up, and then actually use my thumbs to bend it backwards to snap the phone in. And there, when it was in, it was all the way up. That couldn't extend anymore. I imagine that's going to be hard on these fingers, bending them over periods of time. It hasn't been through a winter with me yet. And also, it was starting to wear out the case, and I didn't really like the idea of my phone being in a case that was really going to offer no protection. I like using the thick case because it plugs the headphone jack as well as the charging jack. This one did not. So I've moved on from that. This one, I don't think any of my distributors are offering it in a kit, like a $56 kit like the finger one was. So you'll almost need to piece it together. A base mount, which is the part I was talking about before, that with the U-bolt that clamps onto your handlebars, that has the RAM ball on it. You're going to spend anywhere from about $12 to $15 on that, and then you're going to spend another $10 to $15 on this piece here, depending on what length, or if you want it in black or chrome. Yes, they offer it in chrome. And then you'll be able to purchase this guy here. I believe this is about 20 to 30 bucks. So when you add it all together, you're in that $50 to $60 range again. But like I said, with the RAM mount stuff, if you have any of this, you can just purchase this piece by itself and slap it onto your existing RAM system. So I like it. It's quick, it's simple. If I had a smaller phone, I'm sure I'd like it. I know everyone's saying, well, it's your phone, it's your phone. Well, you know, some of us prefer the larger screen. I use mine for many other things. So I need I need a mount that accommodates my phone. So I'm going to move on to the mount that I'm currently using now. It's by Mob Armor, and we do sell these at my shop. I'm not trying to do a plug, I promise, but Maxi Cycle right there. So this is an all aluminum phone mount with a plastic and aluminum base. The design is very simple, very easy to use. I have no real issues with it yet. I've only had it about 1 week. I have rode off-road with it. I didn't have any issues with the phone coming out, and it does allow me to use my ballistics, my thick case. So this is called their Switch mount by Mob Armor. It comes in two different sizes. It comes in a small and a large. This is the large frame. The main difference is going to be the spacing between these two fingers on the small frame is a little bit closer together, and then the distance that the top clamp can move, let me just back up, is going to be much shorter. that comes in silver, blue, red, black, and a polished aluminum look. We stock red, blue, and black in small and large at my shop. So it uses a very simple bar mount design here with a clamping system. This pin that runs through the base of this is threaded. So when you twist this, it actually is going to bring the clamp together. I don't know if you can see that. So you can essentially adjust it to fit any size bar you need. I'm currently using it on the thicker portion of my bar. I have tried clamping it on the skinnier 7/8 area with no problems. It is a little tedious having to twist this little guy because it moves in very small increments, but that's just so you don't get it like in this position here and then you can't bend it back and it not lay flush. That way you can go ahead and make one full rotation and bend it down and it will lay flush with the rest of the unit. As far as adjustment here, this knob on the back is going to be what actually holds the clamp in place. So once you figure out how tight you want your phone to be, I like to set mine down in the mount and then bring this down on top of it like that, and then I'll usually hold it down with one finger and then use my other two fingers to tighten the mount here. And then once you have that mount tight, that's it. It's not going down, or up. You don't have to worry about your phone coming out. If this were to come loose, it's nice that these fingers here flare up. That way your phone is still cradled, and you're going to see this move and possibly hear it too. Again, I've had no issues with it. Cons is it comes stock with this short bar mount here. So if you are used to using the arm here to bring your phone closer to a more visible location, you are going to have to settle for it being far away. It doesn't allow 360 rotation like the RAM mount, but you can rotate it on a clockwise or counterclockwise platform. So holding the mount with my hand, I can actually rotate the entire unit if I need it to lay flat, like if I was using it for a GPS. Now, before any of my guys at Mob Armor call me out for saying it's bad that it won't swivel, I will say this. Mob Armor now offers what they call, and correct me if I'm wrong guys, the Marb Ball. And what it is they've came up with a way to take a ram ball style backside mount here and fit it to this back plate right here. So essentially what you'll be getting is this back plate where it flares up. From here up will be gone and it will be placed with a ball. What that allows you to do is if you want to use your existing RAM mount system, you can just clamp their mob switch with the Marball into that, and now you've got full 360 articulation as well as the clockwise and counterclockwise movement. I am very impressed with this product. I will be ordering that mount. As you can tell, I don't have it yet. I've only had the product about 1 week now. They're $64.95 for large or small. I'm really happy with it. It's all aluminum up here. I've tried bending it. I have not been able to successfully just bend it with my bare hands or anything like that. This has not came loose at all, and I've shown numerous customers twisting it. I think the only problem I've noticed so far is when I was grabbing this off my bike earlier, and I think it's just because it's not under pressure. The pin that the top arm rotates on, mine has come completely loose, so I'm able to take it right out, which means this arm can come out like that. But I think it's because it's not under pressure. They're trying to keep it lightweight. If there was a set screw or anything in there or glue, I don't think this would be able to articulate well. I did notice that when I put pressure on it, that it was a lot tighter. I don't know. I would like it to not move at all, though, when I have it loose, if that makes sense. So that's really my only complaint. They do offer other products as well, but this is the main featured product for this review. So the fourth one, the last one, is from a company called Scosche. A good friend of mine works there. I actually know him from a previous company. It's a very simple design No clamping. You don't have to worry about finding space on a handlebar, anything like that. So all you have to do is you take one of their magic mounts, that's what they call it right here, and it's got a 3M adhesive backing on it. And this stuff is strong. The reason why this one is still on, because I wanted to show you what it looks like without it peeled away. There's no getting it off or taking it back off, really, once you adhese it to something. So otherwise, I'd have to do this video outside. You can mount this flat to any surface. So if your bike utilizes a dash or a flat area on your tank or gas cap, any area where you can get this to adhese and a flat surface will work perfectly. This is an extremely strong magnet. So what you'll do is you'll attach that to your desired area. And then you'll attach one of these two plates onto the back of your phone. And these are very, very thin, if you can't tell. Very small. On the back of your phone case, or actually inside your case on your phone where it's not visible at all. There's a little marketing on there that's got their logo and the company name on there. And as soon as you do that, you'll be able to just take this, and it's probably just going to pull it right out of my hand. Yeah, it did. And that's going to be really hard to get off since I have a phone in my hand. And it's magnet. I know people are thinking, no freaking way am I putting my $600 phone on the back of a magnet. Well, it's extremely difficult to get these off. In fact, right now I'm using the other one to pry, there we go, the little guy off. So that was the easy one. If I take the big mount, the big plate, and put it on there, I can't slide it off. And I feel like I'm applying more pressure than what my phone would as far as hanging from it. They've got some pretty cool pictures that, God bless, that my rep has sent me. There's a guy that stunts, I believe, like a Sportster. He's pretty much 12 o'clocked out, phone sitting right there on it. Pros, very easy to use, very simple. Price points are kind of depending on what mounts you want from them. They offer pricing anywhere from 30. I think their most expensive thing is about $50. Very easy to just adhese it on there, adhese on the back of your phone, and you're done. That's it. Cons: finding a usable flat surface on a motorcycle is tricky. The Tenere was a pain in the butt. Luckily, I have a dash that I have had manufactured with some switches on it, where I was able to stick this one. I don't really like the idea of putting something on my paint. And also the Tenere has a lot of curves on it, so finding an area where most of this is flat and it's not sitting on a curved surface like something like this is tricky, because I might be afraid of that coming out. Street riding, absolutely, no problem. I have no doubts in the product. Off-road riding makes me a little nervous, not because I think the magnet's going to give out, but I am afraid of something hitting it and it pulling it off. With the cradle mount design, if something hits the mount, it's okay. It might bend it, but it's still in that mount. Off-road, I'm a little nervous about my phone being exposed and it coming off that way. But that's it. That's my only complaint. So those are the 4 mounts that I'm currently have used or experimented with, all of which have pros, all of which have cons. Price for all of them I think is more than fair. A lot of people say, hey, I can get all on Amazon and I can buy something that clamps to a 7/8 bar, or I'm sorry, 7/8 bar for $20. And you're more than welcome to do that and use it. It works great, I'm sure, on a street environment, but off-road riding, it's just not going to cut it. I've used them, guys. They don't work out long term. They don't work out in extreme off-road riding conditions. I've had some people say, hey, I ride off-road. I ride gravel roads, and I've had no problems. Come ride with me, and I promise we're going to run into some issues, especially if you get in some single-track areas or high vibration or deep like trenches, fallouts where you're going down and G'ing out at the bottom. That mount's going to fail you. I don't want to protect a $600 phone with a $20 mount. It's kind of an insurance investment. So take it for what you will. Again, these are always my opinions, never facts. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Hopefully, this answers some questions for some of you guys out there that are maybe considering a mount, or you're not sure which one's the right one for you. Feel free, if you're in the area, to come down and see me. I work at Maxie's Cycle. We're in Oklahoma City on Northwest 39th. Shameless plug right there. My name's Chris. A lot of you know me as Tweak. That's just a nickname. Ask for me. I'd be happy to talk to you about these mounts or show them. I currently have the mob armor on the bike, so you can actually see it. You can go and check it out. I don't mind it as long as you don't ride off on the bike. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button for me. If you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button in that bottom right hand corner. If you have any questions or comments, you just think the video sucks, that's fine. I want to hear it. Comment down below if you would. And if you think this video needs to be shared somewhere, please plug it in. If you have a curiosity of what other kind of videos I'm going to have, or just maybe comments or things I post, I also have a Facebook page. The address on that is facebook.com/TweaksWorld. As always, this is Tweak with Tweaks World. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.